Okay, guys, so welcome to another episode of From Scratch. Today we will be tackling Nor crab and corn. I actually love this. I've been having this since I was a kid. You drop one egg and put quail eggs in this, and it would be perfect with adobo. I don't know why, it's my childhood. So today I'm going to try and make my own crab and corn. Yesterday I was able to grab hold of some crabs, and what I did was I steamed them, and then I basically removed all the meat that I could from the crabs, and then I crushed the shells, and I basically boiled them in water and crushed it some more and let it boil for about an hour. Then I strained all the shells out, and now I have crab broth. Most of the flavor of crab actually comes from the shell. So I will be making this, and I'll be trying to recreate it by putting fresh crab and some sweet corn that I was able to procure from our weekend market. So, today's episode will be Nor crab and corn. Tara, let's start cooking. Bye bye. Here in my pan, I will have 800 ml of water. We will add in the powder of one packet of Nor crab and corn. There. Make sure the packet is empty. And now we will stir this until the powder is completely dissolved. There. And after that, we will let it simmer. Now it's been simmering. It's going to thicken up a bit. We will now add in our special ingredient. This is actually an egg. One full egg. There it is. Make sure that when you drop in the egg, you stir lightly, break the yolk, and don't overmix because we want those strands of white and yellow in the soup. So it's basically an egg drop soup. Okay, so continue stirring this and let it simmer for a while. Make sure that it's fully incorporated and it thickens really nice. Okay, and that's our instant crab and corn. Simple as pie. Okay. Okay, for our homemade version, we will start off with my homemade ginger and garlic sauce. It's basically grated ginger and grated garlic. Then you pour in very hot cooking oil and a bit of sesame oil. Okay, it's actually a condiment for Hainanese chicken. Okay, to that, we'll make sure that it's not burning, and we will add in our crab. This is the crab that I deshelled and removed and flaked by hand. There. Just drop it all in. Make sure you don't leave any single morsel. Okay. Saute for a bit. Look at that. There's huge chunks of crab, and it's real crab, not the imitation stuff. Then we'll drop in our corn. This is also hand-picked sweet corn. Okay, saute until everything is coated with that ginger garlic sauce. Okay, next to that, we will drop in our crab broth. This is the broth that I was talking about a while ago, and we're going to drop it all in. You can see it's still quite frozen, and we will just let this simmer and mellow out. Cover the pan and let it simmer. Simple as pie. After a while, you'll notice that the pan is actually simmering, and we'll now stir this. Make sure that the huge chunk of ice is fully melted. It's actually smelling so good right now. Okay. Okay, now we will let this simmer. As you can see, it's slowly boiling. And once it's boiling, we will now add in one of the ingredients that I love in Chinese cuisine. It is actually cornstarch with water. It's also known as a cornstarch slurry. Drop it in and it will thicken that soup really well. Look at that. Pour half in first, then pour the rest. Make sure that it is simmering. Constantly stir. As you can see, it thickened up really nice. To this, we will now add in 1 egg and continue stirring until we break up the yolk and the egg. Look at that. This method may be different, but it still tastes the same. We'll add in a bit of salt, continue stirring, and the last ingredient we will add in, believe it or not, is to add a bit of spice to this by adding white pepper. Just a dab. There. And that's it. We'll stir this, and this is my version of crab and corn. We'll now go to the table for tasting. Okay, see ya! Okay guys, so both dishes were cooked. The instant one actually took a lot faster. Actually, yeah, maximum 5-10 minutes it'll be done. So, if you notice, I added something into the homemade version or the one from scratch. This is it. This is my homemade ginger and garlic oil. Basically, it's what you get when you order Hainanese chicken or chicken rice. Hainanese chicken rice. It's one of the 3 sauces. They have the chili, they have the sweet soy, and that. That's what I make that from scratch. It's actually easy to make. So, back to the subject. We're gonna try both of them out because it seems that everybody here in this house is actually allergic to crab. Roger is allergic to crab. His gums swell. My mom, on the other hand, eats crab, but she's also allergic to it and she gets itchy everywhere. Well, not that life-threatening, but I'm not gonna risk her having it because I don't want to run to the botica or the pharmacy to get her some antihistamine. Okay, so here's the 2. I will be the one to taste and test both of them. We'll start off with the instant. This is the instant. It's really thick. You can see. There is no hint of real crab. It's imitation crab or surimi. There's chives in this and a lot of shredded corn and the yellow coloring. We'll give this a try. It's actually really good. We'll go for another one. See, that's how good it is. I like taking another bite of it. Another spoonful of it. It's really sweet, a bit crabby, but not as flavorful as I hoped it be. I hope it will be. It's actually really good with rice. Now, this is my version. Look at that. It's also nice and thick. So you can see there are chunks of real crab in there, whole kernels of corn, and it's very, very similar to the egg drop soup in a Chinese restaurant. We'll give this one a try. You get a bit of the corn, a bit of the egg, and a bit of the crab. Intense crab flavor. There's a nice sweetness from the corn, and that kind of kick from the white pepper. We'll give this one another try with a big chunk of crab. Okay. My conclusion. Then my battery's dying. I'm sorry. I'll continue this after this because my battery's dying. Switch to another battery. See ya. Okay, guys, we're back. New battery. I prefer eating this if I'm at home and I have a stock of crab. One, because look at that. You can really taste the crab. You can really taste the corn, and it doesn't skimp on the flavor. But if I'm at home and I'm alone and I don't have the stock of crab, I'm happy with this one, with the instant Knorr stuff, for nostalgic reasons. So, my critique is, if you have stock of crab at home and you have time on your hands, a lot of time, like deshelling a crab and crushing the shell and making a broth, go with this one, the homemade version. But if you are just at home alone and you have adobo on hand, this is a perfect combination for it. Okay, so thank you for watching. First of all, I would like to thank my sponsor. No, not sponsor. I ordered my crabs from Sea Queen and they are super fresh. Okay, so till next vlog, hope you guys get to try making this, and I do believe that this is one of the best instant soups there is. So tara, kain tayo. See you in my dining room.